What's up, y'all? So today I'm just gonna talk, like I'm gonna take off the veil, so to speak, and just speak as MiKa'El, the person, and not as I am, because speaking like that, people are, I don't get it, but it's cool. It's cool. Because everybody, and I don't like tier levels because it makes it so simplistic. I mean, but you have to make it that way sometimes because if you make it too complex, swing and a miss. So you just go with it. And for me, I just kind of go with it, you know? Like, am I always happy? No, I mean, technically, yes. Yes, I'm always happy. But I have to put in emotions because if you don't put in emotions, you kind of just run the gambit of being a full blown Cylon and just like I'm ready to destroy. They do not make sense. but but just go with it. And so I really just wanted to come and speak normally because most of the time I'm talking about stuff that's really outside of the scope of reality for a lot of folks who are still operating on a more linear or 3D level, so to speak. And that's that's a given. You have to work within the confines that you find yourself in. So, I mean, unless you decide to just destroy those confines, but that's a different story. So, we'll talk about that later. And then I have to talk about how, like, you get to the point where you're making videos, especially if you're on a journey like this, is you can't say certain things because the moment you start talking about certain things, it's like, I can't talk. And that's how you know you're not supposed to be saying certain things because it progresses the narrative, it pushes things along to the point or to the fault where it's not supposed to be pushed because even though the story is created and made in a specific way, you certain people have the abilities to interact with it and like meld it and mold it and kind of change it, so to speak. And you can't destroy it because it's infinite, but you can change it. Yes, yes, you can, and that's the beauty of it because it's it's a never-ending story. It just keeps going, no matter what you are in that current iteration. It just keeps going, and some people are scared of that. I talked about living a extended lifespan. You can't talk about that kind of stuff with people because people don't want to hear that. People are stuck in these fictitious numbers that they've given us, statistics, and like who really researches where these statistics come from? What the variables entail? What? Because statistics are numbers. Everything that they give you is just numbers oriented, and it's just catered and geared to like kind of keep you going in a never-ending scenario of endless why nots, what could be's, but never actually chasing them. The tangible what could be's, chasing nonsensical ones. So where are we now? Like, I find that people really need other folks to point out things. Like, I have to be really specific about certain things. I talk about, like, in my videos alone, I've really given a lot of little gems, and you have to really kind of weave between the stuff that I'm saying, and I was gonna say crap. Really, I was really gonna say crap that I'm saying because, like, at the end of the day, it's just words out there in the ether, just because. But back to what I was saying. So you really have to understand that these folks are bringing you something to cater a narrative. And whether you believe that or not, that's your belief system. That's what you're going to believe. That's your perception base. It really comes down to the mental, the mindset, where we are and who is actually uh, telling your story. Or is it you? Is it them? Is it someone? And then you have to explain who them is, who they are, and like, if you have to ask those questions, read more, or maybe you shouldn't know. It just like nobody really wants to put on training wheels and really like, come on, let's this point there, and you gotta take that line and draw it over there. And nobody wants to do that. I mean, some people do because they want to teach, but I'm not a teacher. I never was. I mean, I'm a good listener. I give you some good advice from a non-biased area because I can do that. Really, I can. It's actually it's a skill. It's a skill. Um, but yeah, you just go with it, right? You go with it. You go with this. You go with that. It's just funny that we live in a society in which I have to actually be smiling and giggling. I don't want to do that all the time. Because, like, what is there to smile and giggle about? Y'all are sad. And I say y'all because, like, there are people who really aren't on that level anymore. They're not there. They surpassed that. They're moving on to the next. And I have to say, and I will say this one bit of crazy talk. Earth's core, you really should be looking at that very closely. Just saying. Oh yeah, and the star, it's about to do its thing. You got some time, but it's about to do its thing. So, mm go up. But you can't even say stuff like that because people get like, mm turn the channel. People, I just looked at the timestamp. This video is getting a little longer than I would like, so I will leave you with this. Are you waking up? Are you awake? Who really cares about that? If you get agitated by that term alone, stay where you are, okay? It's okay. It's okay. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm gonna put back on my my veil and just say this. Good luck to each and every last one of you. Because 144,000 of you have the esteemed privilege of creating anew. So, once you realize who or what you are, then create, propagate, and prepare to prepare yourselves. But you already know that, don't you? It's all in the stars. So with that being said, for the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.